Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, guys. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So yesterday, guys, I actually went on a Christian show to have a dialogue with someone from Nigeria, and we discussed about the Trinity. So I made a presentation, and I gave like a good presentation on the objections I had to the Trinity, and the discussions went the way it went. But it was okay. It wasn't too bad. And yeah, so I want to like bring up some things that I was saying in that debate, and why it is not just a simple question. You see, so every position you take with the time, you should be consistent with your position. You see, when you say, for example, the most of the arguments I was talking about, and where I think the problem is with the three persons and one being distinction. What is the three persons and one being distinction? So when the Christians, when you tell them, see, you guys have three gods, they're like, no, you don't understand. We are saying three persons and one being. So my point in that debate was that is a being separate from his persons? Like, can you have a person that is not a certain being? Because I'm making that claim, and I'm still making the claim. If anyone can dispute it, every person is a particular being. Every particular is a particular universal in some sense. Every person has a nature. If nature is what is the being, then every person is a being. Okay, so because a person without his being will be meaningless. Okay, so they like most Christians, they don't answer this question. They just leave it ambiguous, because if you answer that question, it will lead to other things. Okay, so because now see, if three persons and one being it means monotheism. Okay, because I'm like, see, whatever this thing means is not monotheism. Okay, and he's like, no, it's monotheism. Okay, fine. If three persons and one being can be monotheistic, what about 1,000 persons? Let's start from 4. What about 4 persons and one being? Do you have problems with 4 persons and one being? We say no, right? What about 100 persons and one being? What about 1,000 persons and one being? Because now what it means is that the amount of persons does not matter. It's the amount of being. So as long as I'm saying one being, as long, the persons can be exponential. It can be 1 million persons. With this ideology, imagine someone, they believe in 1,000 persons and one being. And you're like, bro, what are you talking about? And like, see, you need to make that distinction between the persons and the being. Bro, if you have 1,000 persons and one being and it's monotheism, then what is monotheism? What are we talking about? Because if 2 can be okay and 3 is okay, what about 4? Why you stop at 3? Why? You say scripture. That's not what I'm talking about. I know. Okay, so now you say, some people, they say this. They say, see, the scripture tells us there are 3 persons. That is why we are saying this. Okay, I'm not saying the scripture didn't say it or not. Whether it is authentic or not, that's another question for another time, or whether you are interpreting it right. Because there are Christians that do not interpret it that way. They interpret it as one Yahweh, the one person, the Unitarians, for example. So you interpreting it as 3 persons, that means you are reading something into it. Now, no problem. If that's the position you want to take, I give it to you. But if you say that 3 persons, now we are not talking about your Bible now. We are talking about normal theology. What do we believe? Okay, if you say 3 persons and one being is monotheistic, then you have to be able to say that see, because if 3 persons and one being is monotheistic, 100 persons and one being has to be monotheistic. It has to be. That is the conclusion. You cannot now say it's not possible. You can't say that. So if someone comes tomorrow and say, you know what, I have a revelation from God, and we're like, no, it is not a revelation from God. Like, I have a revelation from God, and God is more than one person. Is more than 3 persons, which I'm going to make another video about the 4th divine person. Maybe there's a 4th divine person. I'm going to show you. So, so now you see the problem here. The problem here is that you are not limiting the persons to 1. You think there can be more than 1 and still be monotheistic. And this is what I'm trying to expose here. That is problematic, to say the least. Is not something you can, if you can agree to that, you can agree to anything. If you can believe 3 persons can and one being is monotheistic, then 1,000 persons, 1 million persons, the persons don't matter. That's the meaning. It's like, how will I say this? It's like 0x, or no. 1x. If you say, you know, the mathematics equation, if you say is it 1x? No. Let me see, 0x. Whatever you put in x is still 0, okay? Put whatever you want, it's still 0, right? That kind of idea. So I just want to explore. So if you're watching this, just think about it. 3 persons and 1 being. Okay? If that is monotheistic, then 4 persons has to be okay. Because why not 4? Is there something going on? Why not 4? Why not 5? Even though it's not written, like you might say it's not written anywhere, I'm just saying on a normal basis, because people that already subscribe to this already believe in that. If you now want to bring somebody else to believe in that, you need to be able to say that it is okay, that 4 persons is okay. It doesn't matter the number of persons, because that's what was going on in that dialogue. The person, my brother, he was trying to explain to me that, see, the amount of persons is that I'm having issue with the amount of persons. I'm like, yeah, I'm having issue with the amount of persons. Why not? Why wouldn't I have issue with the amount of persons? He's saying, no, you shouldn't have problem with the amount of persons. That me, I'm saying 1 person. He's just saying 3 persons. And maybe someone says 4 and 5 and 10 and what? Guys, let's answer this question. If you think 3 persons and 1 being is monotheistic, you have to say 1,000 persons and 1 being is also monotheistic. So if you have any view on that, please comment in the comment section. So guys, see you guys later. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.